Yes? Of course! Yes! Huh? And what now? Yeah! Huzzah! He hardly put up a fight! Huh? Oh, what bad luck for you! Yeah, why not? Vile creature! Huh? What is it? Kill! Yes? On my way! Hmm? Yes? Huh? What is it? And again, huh? That's what it's done. On my way! He hardly put up a fight! Why not? Ha ha! Right! That's what it's done. Oh, let's go! Huh? And what now? Yes? Yeah? He won't last long. Prepare yourself! Huh? Yeah! Attack! Huh? He hardly put up a fight! Yes, yes! Yes? What is it? What is it? Too easy! Yes? On my way! A bit too much for you, was I? Taste my hammer! Say goodbye forever! Don't take it personally. That's what it's done. That's what it's done. Ah, that was refreshing. Hey, here comes some 3, 4, 5 or 6. He means 5 or 6.
That's too many. To the city.
You flee towards Mithridania, with Goimgar out ahead. The orcs at his back seem to have mobilized unimagined power. He says something and scurries through a small gateway that has been opened to him. Moments later, you also reach the gate.
Get in, quickly!
You push your way.
The other dwarf said we should bolt the gate behind him, but we could use all the help we can get when the orcs come.
That treacherous sissy, where is he?
Boendal and I will look for him. Boindil and Bavragor, help the city guards in any way you can.
You were certain the two of them wouldn't be much help in the search for Goimgar.
So, have you found the little coward? He must be somewhere in this.
The main gate is bolted shut and makes a sturdy impression.
There's a whole load of orcs out there. But the wall's shut up.
You see some good horses and ponies in the stables. After having seen the kingdom of the secondlings, even this the only thing that attracts your attention are the oil lamps that line the street.
The fabulous Radar.
Cometh, dear spectators, cometh and see! Let the theatre curiosum, with its star actor, now see and hear, dear spectators, the truth about Nudin the Knowledge Lusty, who disposed of the other magi in a most horrifying way and plunged Girdlegard into disaster. Girdlegard, it will be mine.
Lord Yon?
When you murdered Frala and the others.
To your horror, you realize that you can no longer talk. You feel a lump.
I see that my first strike really hit you, groundling.
Before you know it, you are overcome with hatred for those
You might try to. And I will take great pleasure.
you don't want to take part in the Alf's game.
This way! Was that an elf?
If we're quick, we'll get that long ear yet! Alarm! Alarm! The orcs are attacking!
Come, we must defend the walls.
On my way!
That'll be safe, will it?
Why not?
If you insist.
Pleasure.
He's pretty big.
If you insist.
That'll be safe, will it? Is it finally over?
Huh?
Yes. Is it something?
Kill. Pleasure.
He's pretty big.
For you.
Huh?
What is it? With pleasure.
Yes.
Vile creature. Disgusting. It's on the side
If you
forever.
insist.
Taste my hammer.
He's pretty big. Is it something bad?
He won't last long.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. That'll be safe, will it?
As good as done.
If you insist.
Pleasure.
Is that a good idea?
Huh? Oh, what bad luck for you! Vile creature! What is it?
Yes? Kill! Quadracus! And again! Understood.
A bit too much for you, was I?
What do you want me to do? Hey,
Too easy! Ugh, disgusting.
Very good. We're able to stop it. Simple as.
You wish it weren't so. But it is clear to you now that the city can...
End it! At once. End it!
Attack! I didn't hit you very hard!
Yes?
Hey! Bit too many over here! On my way!
if you insist.
Kill! It's locked. We have to open it somehow.
Perhaps we can be of service, gentlemen.
Step aside.
Are you thieves?
Certainly not. We are artists. People with extraordinary talents. Say, friends, as you clearly mean to leave Mifadania too, would you have anything against us joining you?
The fabulous Redout.
Oh, an admirer of my skills? Who would have thought it? I am indeed the one and only fabulous, and last but not least, the enchanting Namora. Perhaps we should discuss the risk.
We have a long and dangerous journey ahead of us.
An epic and dangerous journey? That sounds like an adventure. And anyway, I have already seen that you know...
I don't know,
The orcs are still surging through the gate and over the wall. You decide that this is...
Let's get out of here. We'll be...
The firstlings, the splendor of their halls is said to be...
It's open, let's go.
In the evening, after your escape from Mifadania, you recover from your exertions around a campfire. Goimgar with Namora and Fergus exchange hugs and kisses on the other side of the fire, while Rodario sits next to you.
Ah,
Do you know anything about the Firstlings? If I recall the map correctly, we need to cross the first...
no one has seen the Firstlings for hundreds of cycles, but there are many stories about them. Their craftsmanship is much vaunted.
Our mission is to forge the legendary axe Keenfire and destroy the traitor Nodon.
How could we not partake in such...
If we survive. I was hoping to only resurface once we reach the Red...
There may be another way apart from the old trading route. A few years ago, an old man from the north...
Legends and stories. There's too much uncertainty.
You are walking past an inconspicuous copse as Namora suddenly stops on the spot.
Die, scum!
What are you doing? Why are you attacking us? We're dwarves too. We're on the same side.
I see honest dwarves here, but they are accompanied by scum. I will free you of it.
Oh, really?
You.
What? Brother, what?
Boindil, what's wrong? Come to your senses!
It's no use. They belong to me. Now die, scum.
What's up?
Well?
Huh? On my way. Yes?
What is it? Well?
What?
Danger! Your comrade is in danger!
Boindil! What are you doing? Your axes over here! Yes, yes! So, Boindil, end it! Where is Boindil? That quick! Yeah?
What is it?
Yes, yes! So!
Why not?
And quiet a minute.
Yes. All right then.
Yes?
Maybe it's better this way.
No sooner does the unknown dwarf fall unconscious to the floor than her control over your comrades disappears. You fetter and gag her until you...
That was, I hope...
It was as if in a dream, but at the same time, it wasn't.
Boindil goes over to the shackled dwarf and kicks her gently with his boot.
This is never a child of the smith, even...
You kneel in front of the dwarf and press your axe against her throat.
Mine.
The captive nods, and you pull the gag out of her mouth.
Your powers, I've never...
Neither have I. I haven't had them for long. When I try to remember, all I see...
Did the Alpha give you the...
When I try to remember, it hurts. Like needles sticking into my head.
Where have you come from and what...
I was on my way to the Free Folk. They are said to live in the middle of Girdle.
The Free Folk? You mean dwarf?
Yes. Dwarfs who have left their kingdoms, voluntarily or otherwise.
Don't believe this nonsense, scholar. The free folk are just a fairy tale that people tell themselves when they don't want to stick to the traditions. Just look what good it's done.
You said something about scum when you attacked us. As an...
Not her, but her
She is a human. She only acts at being an elf in theatre.
in the theatre.
For the first time, Giralda looks at Namora.
Enough talk! She is dangerous, probably crazy.
It's what you call amnesia, memory loss, a tool often used in stage productions.
She's too dangerous just to let go, so we'll take her with us. Remove the fetters.
You nip any objection in the bud and turn to The female dwarf seems just as surprised by your decision as your companions.
Thank you.
You realize that your decision doesn't please everyone. Boindil and Namora seem particularly upset. But when you enter the pretty little village with its richly ornate houses and its temple to Palandil at its center, you push your way through the crowd of people. A man dressed in richly decorated vestments looks you up and down.
Palandil be with you, dwarf. It is none of your business, but this woman here is a thief. She and her hen...
That's a lie. We asked for help and these...
Tell us what happened.
The villagers grumble, but the priest gives the woman a...
My name is Tavia. I was forced to flee Tabayin with my family when the perished land began to spread. No one accepted us in the north. There are too many refugees and everyone is scared. Queen, but what should we grow if no one will sell us grain? We offered a fair price, but Father Malin...
The priest glances briefly at the angry villagers. Then he replies in a firm voice.
It was a hard winter, and...
Let the woman go.
The priest looks at you in astonishment. He is not used to being given orders.
Do you see that dwarf with the two axes? He doesn't like it when a mob...
The priest gives Boindil a worried glance. Beads of sweat are forming on his brow. But a priest of Palandil isn't so easily intimidated. The woman is taken into a squat building made of... You enter the guardhouse, and before the guards know, Boindil and Boendal have caught them up in a frenzy.
Where have you taken the grain and...
I don't know anything about grain or supply.
Why did you come?
I wanted to negotiate with Father Malin for the grain. What else could I do? No sooner...
We won't let anyone do anything to you.
The woman looks you in the face, then her head sinks, and when she looks back,
Tungdil.
you feel sympathy towards the woman. You raise
We asked for grain and were full of hope when we saw the well-filled granary.
a slow, ironic clap sounds from behind you. Confused, you turn around to face Rodario.
None of what she said corresponds with the truth, Tungdil. She is lying and trying to deceive us. Not completely talentless. For...
And what if I am? I would do it all again. The people here have more...
Spit it out. Where?
I'd rather die than tell you that.
The woman looks at you.
Why did you come back here?
We didn't steal them. We paid for...
You had
He promised us 3 dozen sacks of grain. When we opened the sacks in our hideout, we realised that most of the grain was rotten. He thought he'd get away with it.
The woman looks around.
Give us a name.
What does that matter? I have no proof. And even if I did, I beg you, let me go. We bought the grain and the supplies. Perhaps he wasn't allowed to sell it to us.
How can I trust you?
Who wouldn't do everything to offer their children a future? Lying is the very least.
I don't want you to be hanged just because you tried to support your family. Go.
You open the door. The guards jump up, take up their swords. The woman lays a hand on your shoulder for a moment as a sign of gratitude before she runs from the guardhouse.
I hope you know what...
We'll follow them at a safe distance.
You leave the guardhouse and explain your plan to Father Malin. You expect him to object, but he sees... At first you find some tracks that could have been made by Tavia, but by early afternoon you're only guessing which way to go. As you set up camp in the... You spend the night protected from the wind in a ruin, and are sitting around a campfire as the topic of your new companion's performance on the stage comes up.
Sleight of...
I also noticed your weapons, Nomura.
Their names are Crescent and Sunbeam. I designed them myself. It took...
She looks like a pointy ear too. Nature hasn't been kind to her.
For this absent-minded remark, Boindil...
Perhaps I really am an elf, and will bring you a nightmare in your sleep tonight. Don't be surprised if you wake up screaming.
By the gods, isn't she...
A 2-story tavern sits on the corner of a crossroads. The snow around the building has been cleared away, and a warm
minstrel cast?
Finally! As much as I hate agreeing with you, I too can hardly wait.
You enter the tavern with Bavragor, but when you take a closer look, you spot a couple of paintings of minstrels in front of a castle. A small stage. There are not very many guests on the ground floor, perhaps a dozen, and most of them belong to a group of mercenaries who have retreated into the far corner. You go to the bar where the landlady is working and sit on a stool. The landlady, a stout, middle-aged woman. You nod at the landlady as you slip off the bar stool. Bavragor and Boindil, who are absorbed in a drinking competition, have to be practically dragged. You arrive at an empty jetty on Lake Anteria. You can see several fishing boats on the lake, and there's a small village on the other shore. You turn around. Your path leads you once again to the Minstrel Castle Tavern. You leave the Minstrel Castle. The group isn't overly friendly towards Giralda, and this evening she's sitting once again apart from the others. You ask yourself what you can do to break the... Giralda opens the lid and takes a big swig. As she puts down the bottle, a smile flits across her face, followed by a short expression of deep satisfaction. It is the first time that you have seen a positive emotion on the face of the...
Is that?
No. It's... I don't know either. If I don't drink it...
And when the
I don't know. I don't know where I got the drink from, let alone what it is.
Giralda plays with the phial, lost in her thoughts, as if she were trying... As on the previous evening, Bavragor sits apart from the others. But tonight, he waves you over.
Smeralda. She followed Boindil into battle. We tried to talk her out of it.
Bavragor drinks from his liquor.
He killed her. Blinded by the frenzy of battle, he thought she was one of the...
You remain sitting in silence, each of you deep in thought. Boendal approaches, having either heard you or guessing what you are talking about.
Sometimes he calls her name in his dreams. Oh, he'd never admit it. But he suffers just like Bavragor.